Welcome to Worship Tutorials. In this video, we're going to revisit the Headrush Prime. Now, we've already done like an initial first look at Headrush Prime. That is linked below. In this video, we're going to talk about amp cloning. We're going to talk about some new presets that are available for you. All of that, again, linked below. So in our initial look at the Headrush Prime, I think we might have said it, maybe we didn't, but I'll just say it now. The amp cloning feature, which is what we're the most interested in this unit, didn't impress us as much as some of the other options that are available, like Tonex, like Quad Cortex, but we were also in beta firmware. I don't know if that made a difference. I don't know if it was the temperature in the room. I don't know what was going on, but when we came back to Headrush Prime and we thought, let's clone some more of our amps, they sound just like the amp. I don't know what it is. It sounds great though. And so we wanted to make some content available, some presets available for you based on those amps. So in this video, you're going to hear demos of the different presets we've got. And then Bradford's going to come in and talk a little more about how we set up the signal flow on these rigs for Headrush Prime. First of all, we've got presets or rigs and amp clones based on the following amps. We've got the 2002 Korg era AC30. That one is completely free. The whole thing, the rig, the tone, the amp clones, everything completely free. So if you've got a Headrush Prime, check that one out and let us know what you think. So based on the Korg era 02 AC30, we've got one based on the 1964 vintage Vox AC30, one of the most legendary, glorious amps that we've ever heard. We've got some Fender stuff for you too. We've got the 1963, the vintage 1963 Bassman, the Tuxedo Bassman with the piggyback cab. Also on the Fender side of things, we have cloned our Fender Deluxe Reverb that's completely rebuilt by Alessandro. Fantastic sounding Deluxe Reverb. They basically take a stock Deluxe Reverb, completely gut it, rebuild it from hand to 1964 black panel spec. So we got the Deluxe Reverb available for you. And we also have the Matchless Clubman 35. Killer amp from Matchless. It kind of shares some DNA with the C30 and the Chieftain. It's almost like the best of both of those amps all in one package. And we really love the way these sound in Headrush. We really love the way Headrush Prime is modeling like overdrives and things like that. So I hope you enjoy these playing samples in this video. And again, hit the links below so you can download and check out some of these patches.
Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about how these patches are set up. The Prime does have the option for scenes, and you can do things stomp mode, which is more, you know, like you're using an actual pedal board. But there's not a way, at least, and we've done our due diligence, there's not a way to just swap. So if we were to give you scenes and you didn't want to utilize them, you'd basically have to deconstruct those in order to utilize things like a stomp. You can kind of create them to do like a hybrid motor you want, but putting these together and making these sound exactly how you want is not too tough. You know, if you check out the manual for more on that, you can see that there. Signal flow, if you're familiar with any of our patches, this is going to sound pretty familiar. But signal flow wise, we typically go compressor first, pitch, drive, some modulations, and because of the way the Prime is laid up, we can't do, at least with these type of patches where we are putting in our own clones of amps, we can't do two of those at the end of the chain and run stereo into them kind of as you would in the real world. So after drives, we hit the amp and then modulation if their stereo starts there, or if we're not going to do them stereo, it'll be before the amp and then your effects are after. Just about everything, most of the stuff is assigned to a button. Compressor is always on, at least the way we make our patches, so that's not assigned to a button. Neither is the pitch block. We did assign trem and chorus, and then all three drives. Just about every patch is going to have three drives. Then you're going to hit the amp, and you're going to have three delays. One is not assigned. It's kind of a little bit more, it's a dual delay. It's a little more wild. If you'd like to use one of those, you can just swap it out. Currently, it's an eighth and dotted eighth delay that's there. That's at least what we would probably use more often. A little more flexible than maybe like a dual and a dotted. You can change out whatever you want. They're there in the patch, dialed in. We think they sound great. Because we don't have enough buttons as well, we left one of the reverbs basically always on. It's not assigned to a button, and then you have the bigger and more ambient verb is also assigned to a button. So you can turn that on and off. Right now, there's a total of 5 when we're posting this, and that's why we're doing that. Kind of just getting a handful out there so people can get a taste of what we offer. You see them. There's a couple Fenders. There's a handful of like the Voxy chimey things, so there's a little smattering of everything. If you're really into Marshall, you should definitely check out the Bassman. Those are kind of what inspired some of the Marshall sound, so it's not completely the same, but it'll feel reminiscent. You can check those out. We'll see what goes on from here, and maybe we'll add some more, but if you'd like to check these out, the links are below. Make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, follow us on Instagram, all that, so you can kind of check out what we keep building and releasing. If you grab a patch, make sure you tag us when you use it, sound clip, whatever, because we'd love to hear it and we'd love to share it with people as well. But thank you for checking out this video. Yes, it is true. We have Headrush Prime patches. That's it for now, but we'll see what's coming. We thank you guys so much for watching and joining us. We will see you next time.